Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy MB, ready to do the daily breakdown of the S&P 500 on the futures market. So today is Monday, March 18th, 2024, and days like today show you just how much of a cheeky bastard the market can be. Makes you think it's going to do one thing and then slowly, under the radar, just does another. So let me break it down for you. I have a 15-minute chart pulled up to where you can see Friday session, Sunday overnight, leading into today. So Friday we hit our low, and then we kind of see a rally end of day. Sunday the market reopens, and we kind of find that trend continues. It just kind of grinds higher overnight, and then we finally break out of this downtrend around 6 o'clock this morning Central Time. So we break out of this, and we have a very strong reaction. We're super bullish to start the day. The market is going on an absolute tear, and so that leads us until market open. So now let me show you the best plays of the day. So I'm going to hide this momentarily, but the first play of the day came right at market open. So we had this nice bull flag form, and the pullback wasn't too convincing. You can see that it was only about a 23% pullback. But because we were pulling back to this pivot point, and this move was so aggressive, and I feel like that we were finally getting a nice relief bounce, that whenever we formed this double top, that's when I feel like you could have entered safely. Now, the most ideal position would have been somewhere down here whenever we were consolidating. I didn't take this long, but I was on the chat with a friend who did take it, and I saw it clear as day that it was probably a good entry. You could have got 10 points. But either way, I feel like the confirmation would have been right here. And even if you entered right at market open, you wouldn't have necessarily taken profits here. You would have had to endure a pullback before continuing to the upside and catching the full 10 points. So regardless, whether you enter down here or here, the first play I feel like was this bull flag. And then the second play actually came afterwards. And so you could have caught both or double dipped or added to your position. But the second play, because like I said, we were in this strong move to the upside, I felt like it was going to be a trend day. So on trend days, we usually have either the 9 moving average hold or the 30 moving average hold. So on a 5-minute chart, you can see that we approached the 30. But if I go to a 15-minute chart, right over here at 8:45, we touched the 9 moving average perfectly. And that's what I like to see. I like to look at the 5-minute and the 15-minute. So we got a perfect bounce right there. So here's our entry. You can enter somewhere right here at 23, and then you catch another 10 points. So the bull flag and then this pullback are kind of 2 plays in one. I feel like you could have taken either setup, and those first 2 would have offered good returns. So moving on, you can see that we had our high, and then we started to pull back, and then we started to violate these moving averages. So you can see we broke the 9 moving average here. We cracked the 30 moving average there, and then finally got the close below it. On a 15-minute chart, we were kind of toying with the 30 moving average down here. But then I noticed that we had this area back here where we had this bounce off of the pivot point, and it was also about a 50% retracement from this entire move. So I had like a fib level, something like this, and so I entered in long right down here. I get in at like 20 on the dot, expecting this area to hold, and it did initially. I was up 7.5 points. It comes back down. I actually doubled down on my position here, and so held through this consolidation again. And then once we started to continue to move up, I sold out of my position. So thankfully I did, because right here there was some random something going on where we just had this big rejection, and then we sold off. And this is where I get to where the market is very cheeky, and it doesn't really let you know what's going on. But what I had noticed after the fact was that from this high to the low of where my entry was, it was a 50% retracement. And so we formed this perfect bear flag. So here's the high, here's our low, and then move this over here. Perfect bear flag. That's play number 3. And so while all this is happening, thankfully I was out of my long position. I didn't see this happening whatsoever, but the same guy that took the bull flag here, he was actually telling me he wanted to short at 31. So I just couldn't see it, but now that I see that, after hours what had played out, it was a perfect entry, 50% off of this bull flag. So that's play number 3. And I would have had play number 4. Once we started seeing all this funny business going on, I wanted a short end of the day. I wanted to see this support level break. So I had something like this drawn out. So this giant support level, I wanted to see us get a close below it and then a retest. So we got the close, 10 minutes before open. I wanted us to see a pullback, retest this area, and then dump. Never got that pullback. We just straight dumped to finish the day. But those were, I feel like, the 3 best opportunities that you could have taken. I still managed to end the day green, even with all this trickery going on. But I still should have taken a few of these earlier plays. Would have set me up a little bit more on the day. But regardless, good way to start the week. And just something to keep in mind. Last week I told you that we kept seeing these support areas fail to the downside. And, we see that here again. This giant support area fell into the downside. Us forming this bear flag. If I go to a 15-minute, we had this uptrend that got violated. So maybe we go retest this downtrend before continuing to the upside. Or even we test this uptrend down here. So we're definitely still in an uptrend. I'm not calling to say, oh, the market's going to tank or anything. But it's just something to keep in mind of that we're starting to see more bearish plays or bearish setups play out. But either way, we trade the price action, let the charts tell us what to do, and ultimately we don't care if the market goes up or goes down. We make money either way. All right, you guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. I love you.